Hi guys, it's Heidi from Dream in Color Creations. I have to apologize, I haven't been online for quite a while. My life has been hectic. Maybe one day I'll tell you all about it. At the moment things are still hectic. I just wanted to do this video on this African journal that I made. Sorry, I also used my African journal kit and digital kit that you can also see on my other YouTube videos. Unfortunately, they are all sold out. I'm looking at a new range and a new kit in the course of the next 2 or 3 months. Yeah, and I will keep you guys updated. This journal I made especially for a good friend of mine. Her name is CJ. She's also from the USA. CJ and her mom feeds over 350 orphans in Zimbabwe every year. And she's actually here in South Africa at the moment, and she's going back on Friday, which is the 29th of March. And we are getting together tomorrow, so I had to finish her journal quickly. Yeah, so CJ, I hope you love your journal. It's been lovely meeting you for the first time, and I hope we're still going to see you a lot more. Okay, guys, I'm just going to jump right into it. Basically, for the cover, I used all the fabrics that come in my African journal kit, or the fabric bundle. Sorry, I've got a bit of something in my throat. And what I did is I basically did a collage. And then here's just some raffia, piece of leather, which is also in the fabric kit. And then just a bit of rope. This is actually one of my own paintings. That's also in the digital kit. That I just made a little bit smaller. And I just put some beads on there, some African seed beads. This here is basically the shininess of the fabric itself. As you can see, it's very colorful. And then I just put on the sides, I put some leather on the inside as well as the outside. I had a little bit of an incident here, but I tried to fix it as much as what I could. I will still see if I can just stick a lovely picture there. But it is strong now. I must say I had quite a few lessons with this journal. And as you can see, it's quite chunky. I wish I had more time to do this. But unfortunately, I'm pushed for time. Okay, I've used basically coffee dyed paper, craft paper, and black cardstock. And then I've used quite a few glazing bags, and then just different cardstocks, and then all the fabrics, or most of the fabrics that is in the kit or in the bundle. Sorry, my hands are full of glue still, so please excuse what that looks like. Here's just a little glazing bag. This here comes in, or it came with the journaling kit with the stencils. This is actually one of the stencils that was in the kit, which I actually used a toothbrush, and I just sprayed with my finger, just sprayed to get this effect here. This is an actual postcard. It says Springbok postcard, 1.5 cents, guys. This is very old. I'd say it goes back to about 1970, 1965, round about there, I think, if it's not older than that. This is just some ribbon that I had a few pieces left. These don't come in the kit. I did put a couple of things of my own in here. There's not a lot of ephemera in here for the reason that it is so bulky. And I also wanted to leave a lot of space for CJ to actually put in all her photographs and things of her trip here into South Africa. I know she's coming back in August, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I've just basically, what I did is I printed some information regarding Africa and African traditions. And this is actually a serviette, part of the serviettes that I've got in the kit, or that I had in the kit, that I just decoupaged onto a piece of cardstock. And yeah, it's a pocket. This is the other stencil. Well, each one of the ladies comes separate. This is actually the back of it, and this is the side where you can actually see them. It just went through. I used the Tim Holtz Distress ink. These are just some of my personal stamps that I have, African stamps. And here what I did here, I don't know if you can see the texture. I used some texture paste on this stencil here, and I just took a normal gel pen, a white gel pen, and I just drew the pattern, the African pattern. Here's a glycine bag, which this is another one of my artworks, a pencil drawing, which I also just slightly altered. This is part of the fabrics, and then this is just washi tape, and it's a pocket. This paper here is just coffee dyed paper, which I actually crumpled up, and then I just opened it up again after it was dry. Here's also a digital print that I designed myself. It's just a lot of African information, and I just copied everything on top of each other, and I printed it. Also coffee dyed. This is part of the digital kit. Here is that serviette again. Now, I don't use normal Mod Podge. What I use is a primer that unfortunately would only get in South Africa. I know that people are looking at exporting to other parts of the world, but it's made by Creative Talents. It's a primer. It's very, very nice. It actually gives sort of a leather effect. This is just a normal paper that I've got. It's got a lovely texture to it, almost like a leathery texture. And then that is just washi tape. This is just a stamp that I just drew over with the white gel pen. And then if CJ is bored or she wants to do something, she can actually color it in if she wants. This paper here, this specific coffee dyed paper, is from CJ that I got as a gift. So she does the most beautiful, beautiful coffee prints under red lights. I think it's absolutely stunning. Here is some of my personal stamps as well. It's the big five. It's the leopard, the lion, the rhino, and on the other side you will see the others. Here's that same zebra stencil that I just used, the Tim Holtz Distress inks. Just some more info, the king of the beasts, the leopard. Here's some more of the fabrics. This here is cardstock. This is just some zigzag trim. I just love this trim. I just use it on everything. And then I made a pocket there and a pocket there. And I used a little brown paper bag to actually just make it. Yeah, I've made a space for CJ for photos. These are little corners. And here it's just a little, I actually don't know, I think it's made from bone. Little giraffe, African giraffe. Just with some paper and some of the fabrics that I've got in the kit. Another pocket. This is also just some postcards. that I have, that I've put in for her. Here is another pocket. This is handmade paper, and these are actual leaves inside. Here it says, the only man I envy is the man who has not yet been to Africa, for he has so much to look forward to. And it's by Richard Mullen. Just some more. I left a lot of writing space in here. Another one of my artworks. This is from many moons ago. There's the other part, part of the lion, the buffalo, and the elephant. Then here is just a little card that I found in my stash. It's an actual playing card. So there's a tuck spot there and there, and then behind there's just a bit of African art that I did with the white gel pen. Some more of that serviettes, and then here's some more of the fabric, and I just made a belly band with that. Sorry, just had to get in there. Just a belly band with that. Some more coffee dye paper. Part of the digital kit. This is just a space where she can stick some more photos or pictures. And this is some more of that ribbon that I had extra. Here's some more photograph space with the little corners. More of CJ's paper. Here's another one of my artworks. Also, I call this the African Queen. It's all done in acrylics, the originals, obviously, and it's a lot bigger. But these are copies that I made. Just some decoupage and a little tuck spot. And this is also part of the fabric bundle. Just some raffia, and that is a little button, a wooden button. This is also part of the fabric bundle, which I decoupaged onto the black cardstock. And that is also the stencil. Yeah, also using the fabrics. There is quite a few tuck spots in there that you can use, and a little pocket. Another one of my artworks. This one is actually in the USA. I gifted it to my sister's son. They live in New Jersey. It's pity you can't really see the colors, but they are really nice looking colors. This is just an envelope that I coffee dyed and I altered, and I cut it into shape so I can have two envelopes. Okay, with that same stamp with the gecko. And these are actually envelopes. Sorry, this is the envelopes that I got from CJ. She does the most beautiful prints. I don't know if you can actually see that, with vinyl lace tablecloths. That's amazing. Just a bit of beads, another little pocket with the fabric that I've got in the kit. Yeah, just a little bit of a pattern with some rope, and another pocket with the fabric. Yeah, some more of the fabric in the kit. Okay, and then yeah, that's just a little envelope that I made. So this is the first time I open it since I've actually stuck it in here. Just some writing space. And that is also part of a serviette that I decoupaged on, and that's just part of the digital kit. This here is also part of the digital kit, and then here's some more of that fabric. Also just a stamp of guinea fowls, personal stamp. Then yeah, I just made patterns with some metallic pins, and this is also part of the fabrics from the kit. Then I made this little booklet, which well, CJ can either use it for photographs or for writing. And all of these stamps are just my personal stamps that I've had for ages, but I've actually never used them. And then here, I just have a little charm on a piece of rope and some fabric. Yeah, I've made a little booklet. I don't know why I tied this one up. It'll come loose now. See. There we go. This I think would be lovely for sorry, for photographs. I just made it like that. Like that. Here's just a little belly band and some more of that ribbon that I have. Yeah, I used a piece of leather. Here's another postcard with a beautiful female lion. And here it says, Hakuna Matata, no worries. Little wooden button, little piece of leather or suede. And then here's some more leather pockets. There's a little RSA stamp that I've got with another couple of stamps that I bought the other day. As you can see, there's a lot of writing space in here and a lot of space for photographs. Just a tiny little tuck spot or a little pocket. And there is some cardstock, and then there is another pocket. So there's a lot of space here for whatever you want to use it for. Sorry, that's not supposed to be in there. Yeah, I used some of that African fabric that I've got, and I just used some of the paper. This paper I actually got from Hobby X, I think, last year. I think it's lovely. It's got such a nice texture to it and lovely color. So I just combined the two and just made that. This is just a little envelope I made also from the digital kit, and I just used some of my stamps that I've got lying, stencils that I've got lying around here, and it's a little envelope. Here's just two little pockets that you can put a photograph into. Here's the other side of the envelope, and then with a different stamp on this time. And I did the colouring with my Tim Holtz inks, but I actually used my water brush, this one, yeah. I actually used my water brush. These on the side as well, I did with the Tim Holtz inks. And yeah, I just used 2 brown paper bags, the little ones. And this is where I learned from my mistakes, because it is a little bit fragile on the sides. CJ, you're more than welcome to cut it off there. It's a little bit too difficult for you to get stuff in there. I do apologize for that. Just some more fabric and another little brown pocket, or brown packet, which I actually stuck together. Oh my goodness me. I'm going to have to fix that. As you can see, it can also be a tuck spot. Then here, I just made a separate envelope. Just like a little folder. Now this here is basically just cardstock with a glazing bag that I also printed, that I used the other leopard stencil on. There's the same one that I used. And this is just a little envelope. There's just the pocket. You can open it up, and then another pocket. And you can actually open it up like that if you want to get in more photographs or space to write. And these are just attached with 2 little split pins. Here's one of the what do you call these things again? Laser cuts. This one's got the rhino in it, and then I've just decoupaged this beautiful pattern paper behind, which is also African themed. I think this is my favorite page out of the whole book. These are the almost like placemats that I send with my fabrics, or the fabric bundles. And I decided I'm going to cut her face out, and I'm going to stick it, decoupage it in there. And then I just took another fabric with some zigzag trim, and I made a pocket, and I think it really looks lovely. Those colors are stunning. Also the leopard print stencil that I used, it smudged a little bit, but I think the end result wasn't too bad. It's just some ribbon that I have, and then just space for her to write with a white pen. Africa is beauty, and believe me people, Africa is gorgeous. I actually just told friends of mine that if you have not been to the bushveld yet, or to the bush, to South Africa, guys, you must make a plan, because once you've been there, you wouldn't want to go back. It is so peaceful and so beautiful. There's some leopards, some gorgeous animals. And it's just a pocket. Also the fabric from my kit, some more of my stamps, this is quite a big kit that I had, and there was a lot of space to do a lot of stuff. So there's another African tribal lady, and I just did another frame around with the white gel pen. These are from serviettes that I also have in the kit, or had in the kit. As you can see, it gives just a lovely texture, the primer that I put over, and you can actually write over it anything. It's got quite a rough texture. And there's another elephant. This is a glazing bag. Which has got 2 pockets. Here's some more elephants. This is another little folder I made. Now this is leather that also comes in the kit. This one I actually stuck on here. You can't actually take that off. These are also fabrics from the kit. This is supposed to go like that. Then on this side here is some more serviettes or paper napkins that I've got. These are actually not in the kit. I actually bought them afterwards. And then some more writing space. The leather didn't come like this. I actually cut a piece like this. Here's some more African fabric and some burlap ribbon that I have, a zigzag ribbon. And here's just a little paper clip, as you can see there in the back. And it's just some fabrics from the kit and a little button. This one I'm actually going to just pop in here as well. Now, here's another envelope that CJ made, which I also made into two. So you have two separate envelopes, and these are both little pockets. Here's another paper clip I made. Each kit came with the little elephant and some beads. Wooden beads, metal beads, and then some African beads, seed beads. Here's just the stamps that I used again. Some more paper napkins that I decoupage. Some more of that ribbon. Here's another glazing bag with the stencil on, the leopard print, and another pocket. This is another one of my artworks, although it's not the original. I just manipulated it slightly on my computer. Although in the digital kit you do get the original as well. This is the one that you saw on the front of the journal. And here's some giraffe and zebra. And another little fabric pocket. Some more of the fabric in the kit. And these are, I think these are, actually I don't know, Impala. That's what it says in the back. I hope I'm right. I'm South African, but I don't know all the bucks. I know a springbuck. And this is another one of my drawings, and this one here. This one was actually done with coloring pencils, also quite a while back. And then this one was done with grey pencil. Also was much larger than this, and I just made it smaller. And then this here I used some actual sand, very, very, very fine sand, and then over that I put some embossing powder, some black embossing powder, and actually came out quite nice. It's got a lovely texture to it. And then right at the back, another space for a photograph with some more washi tape. And then another leather pocket. And that is it. This is my African journal, my very first one. Like I said, I wish I had a little bit more time with it. But my life has just been so crazy. So yes, there will be coming a couple more videos in the next couple of weeks. My life is calming down a little bit now. So yes, hopefully I can bring you more beautiful stuff. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to my channel. It is Dream in Color Creations. And then you can also look at my personal Facebook page. There's not much of my artworks in there, but you can send me a personal Facebook message on there. And that would be under my name, which is Heidi Sklar Kutsia. Everything will be in the description below. And then also more details about the journal. I do make custom journals. If you want one that you are very interested in, something that you might want, specific color, specific theme, give me or contact me on Facebook and we can chat. Have a lovely, lovely, blessed day, and I'll chat to you soon. Bye-bye.